Hello, everyone. I just wanted to go over the SMS approval process because it is quite lengthy. So I wanted to get you guys to understand what needs to happen on your end and our end so that everything can make sense and so you guys understand what you're getting into when you go to set this up. So first, if you haven't set up an SMS number yet, first thing you do is you go to the admin panel, go to support channels, SMS text, and then you hit add new number. So at this point here, you'll put in your details here and hit add. Once you've done that, then there is a letter of authorization that needs to be signed. So you'll need to complete the LOA form, which is right here, and email that to SMS at LiveHelpNow. And then here's what that'll look like. So this is the LOA form that you'll fill out. So you'll send that over to us. Once we receive that, you will then we'll start the process in our third party to get everything provisioned. So what happens is we need to set up an image that shows them how to get to your website through the phone and start a chat via SMS and show the message process. Now, if you guys are behind a login, you'll need to let us know, because then what we'll have to do is we need to give them credentials. You need to give us like a dummy login. We'll explain that to them. Log in with this username and password, then go through here to get to the chat. So if you guys do not have it publicly facing, please provide a dummy login for us. And then after that, we have to go into our program and submit. And there's a lot of questions that come through. And here's just an example. Like, it needs to know what the message flow looks like. It needs the opt-in, opt-out. It needs general sample messages from your account. Like, what are the messages going to look like? And then there's a bunch of questions that need to be added in to answer specifics on, is this going to be used in commerce? Is it going to be used for support? So we got to go through this whole process and explain everything. And the reasoning behind all of this is because the phone carriers want to prevent spam from third parties. So we've all received many text messages that are spam. This is the way that they've set up the laws so that when third parties want to use SMS texting, they need all of this documentation so that they can prove without a doubt that your business legitimately is using this for your customer service and assistance, and not to just spam people with, sales jargon and nonsense. So this is not on us nor the SMS provider, but the phone carriers. They had laws passed, and this is the process that they now have for SMS. It was much easier beforehand, but to help prevent spam, this is why they've decided to do this. But when you submit these things and set up the whole process in the third party so that it's delivered to the carriers to review, they can reject it for very small nuances. One of the things that's very important that you're going to need to do as well is your privacy policy that's publicly viewable on your website needs to include verbiage that says, we do not sell your data to third parties. If that's not in the privacy policy, the phone carriers will simply reject it based on that alone. So not only if you guys have a non-public chat access, we need access to that through a dummy account. If it's publicly accessible, then this will be fine for us. We can just plug in your website and do that. But your privacy policy must include that you do not sell your data to a third party. Otherwise, they simply will not approve it just on that alone. So please make sure that your privacy policy is updated. If you need to give us a login to access chat, we'll need that as well. And the LOA form will need to be signed. And then this process altogether can take about a month to get an approval. And if there's a rejection and we need to resubmit, it could take longer. We wish this was a faster method, but we just wanted you to understand what goes on to make this work for you guys. Once this is all set and approved, nothing else needs to be done. You guys will simply be able to continue using SMS as normal. If you do not do this process by December 1st, all of your text messaging will be blocked, and there will be no way for your customers to communicate with you through that avenue. So it's imperative that you guys get this to us as soon as possible so that we can begin this process so that by the time that happens, everybody is approved and there's no delay. Thank you very much for taking your time to understand this process with us.